Hi, this is Mark Lieberman, your local solar ace here at Harvest Power, covering all of Long Island, all of New York City, the entire state of New Jersey, the entire state of Connecticut, and upstate New York. I'm sitting here with Sarah and Jimmy from Rocky Point. They just got installed, and I was hoping I could ask you a few questions.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Great. The first thing I wanted to ask you guys is, how was the paperwork, the permitting process, the interaction with myself and anybody from the company that might have reached out to you? How did that go along the way?
Well, thank you, Mark. I think you did a really phenomenal job of walking us through the whole solar power right from the beginning. And the fact that we didn't actually have to do anything for getting the permits was phenomenal. So we never had to deal with the town. It was wonderful just talking to you. You were always available, always letting us know exactly what was going on in the process, where we stood. It was very easy. I didn't feel stressed at all about it. I let that be to you, and I think you did a really great job with that, so thank you.
Talk to me a little bit about the installation. What time the guys arrived, what time they were done by, how it went, any interaction you had with any of the crew?
Well, they came by exactly at 8 o'clock because I was taking my son off to school. And
Okay.
they said, no problem. They have to set up, anyway. So I took my son to school. I came back. They were setting up. Very professional. They said it would, they just gave me the plans. They gave me the building permit to put on a window. And basically they just said that they would, do the job and be out of here in a couple hours, which I couldn't really believe, but by lunchtime they were wrapped up and done.
What about the interaction with the electrician coming in and out of the house? How was that?
He asked me if I wanted the conduit up the side of the house or over, and originally I was going to do it one way, and he suggested another way, and it turned out to be the better way when it was all done, because he knows what he was doing.
We met in a very unusual way.
My fellow coaches that I coach a baseball team with had said, hey, you guys want to come over for a barbecue? He said that Mark was going to come by, and he said he had solar installed in his house, and he said it was a really great thing that he did. So he set up a barbecue, had you come by. He had a couple families together, and we had a great feast, and we were able to meet you. Awesome presentation. You brought us in a separate room, so there was no pressure from anybody else, and you walked everything through the process and what we would be paying and how many panels we would need and what we used, and it was very, very simple and very like a no-brainer after the presentation of like, we have to be doing this.
So Sarah, you weren't at the barbecue. Were you nervous at all?
I did send him as my liaison. I was a little concerned, but I liked that even before the barbecue started, we had to give some information. So
yes,
we gave information about our address. We provided an electric bill. So Mark wasn't just going in blind and kind of doing this, I predict that you're going to have this much. Like, he actually knew, and Jimmy had said that you had a really cool chart that showed the trees and where we lived.
Yes.
So he had called me and I said, what did you think of it? And he said, I think we should do it. And it sounded like a no-brainer. And the amount that you told us was about $100 less than what we were going to be paying for electric bills. And I kept waiting to hear the
gimmick.
Yeah, the gimmick. What's going on? Like
it's too good to be true.
Yeah, like there's something
I hear that.
wrong.
I hear that from everybody. I hear it from everybody.
I even talked with the people who had hosted the barbecue, and I was like, "You got to tell, like, what's really going on?" They're like, "No, it's great. We've had it for a few years now. You got to do it."
I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your business.
My pleasure.
If anybody out there is interested in solar, please give me a call directly on my cell phone at 516-673-6473. Again, my name is Mark Lieberman, your local solar ace, covering all of Long Island, New York City, upstate New York, the entire state of Connecticut, and the entire state of New Jersey. Thank you very much for your time, and goodbye.
Bye.